Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today I am answering your questions. I hit 2,000 subscribers recently on YouTube. Thank you so much if you are a subscriber. I truly appreciate you. And to celebrate, I decided I would open it up to you to ask me questions. And so I posted an ask for questions on Instagram and on my YouTube community page, and I will be answering those questions now. I kind of had three different categories of questions. The first are more personal about me, the second are bookish questions, and then the third are YouTube related. So we will go ahead and start with the personal questions. So the first question is, where did you go to college and how did you make that choice? I went to Luther College in Decorah, Iowa. It is a small liberal arts college and associated with the ELCA, which is the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. I grew up way far away from Luther College, but I had heard of this institution because my sister attended there. And so she chose it first, and I just decided to visit her a bunch of times, and I fell in love with the campus. I knew I wanted to go to a small liberal arts college. I knew I wanted to participate in music, which attending Luther allowed me to do, but I didn't have to major in music in order to do that. So yeah, I loved the small town of Decorah and loved Luther College. So I originally was going to be a music major, but then switched gears, but I still played flute and sang in the choirs and was able to major in math and religion, a double major there. Along the same veins, we have, how did you and Willie meet? We met at Luther. We both played in the concert band at Luther College, and he played oboe and I played flute. It just so happened that my first year at Luther and his senior year at Luther, we were seated next to each other in the concert band. And so we kind of built a friendship sitting next to each other in a band, as one does. I don't know if you've ever been in a band, but you make comments to the people sitting next to you and get to be friends with them. And then we were going on tour in the spring, and he asked me to be his bus buddy. So we sat next to each other on a long tour bus and got to know each other even more, and then I think we started dating like the next week after that. So yeah, we met in band. Someone else asked what instruments Willie and I play. I play the flute and the piano. The flute is my primary instrument, and the piano I play all right. I'm not super proficient, but I can play, read music and play it. And that's pretty much it. I can strum some chords on a guitar, but I would not say that I play it. Willie plays them all. His primary instrument is oboe, but he also plays saxophone really well and trumpet really well. However, he plays everything because he is a band director. So he plays the flute, clarinet, trumpet, trombone, tuba, percussion. He plays the string bass. He can play the guitar, piano. He's learning how to play the bodhrán, which is a Scottish drum or Irish drum. I can't remember. But he plays it all. And if you ask him to play something, he will play it for you. He's the greatest. So, yep, he plays everything. Next question. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go? It's been a dream of mine since I was a little girl to travel to all 7 continents. So I have North America, South America, and Europe covered, but I still need to go to Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. So any of those, but I think the biggest one on the bucket list is Antarctica, just because not many people go there. The one book that has inspired me to take an Antarctican a cruise to Antarctica is Where'd You Go, Bernadette? And that main character took a cruise to Antarctica. It left from the southern point of South America, and I would love to do that. I have looked it up, and it is insanely expensive, but that is one place I would love to travel to. Similarly, someone asked, what is your dream job and your dream vacation? So to kind of piggyback off of traveling, my dream vacation, I said Antarctica already, but you know those little like huts that are in the middle of an ocean, like the clearest blue ocean ever. Is it like in Fiji or somewhere? I want to do that. That would be like an ideal dream vacation. So I want to travel to Antarctica, and I want to go to Fiji and stay in one of those little huts in the ocean. You know, where there's like a wood plank. Sorry, Bonnie is here trying to shake my hand. Like wooden plank deck that walks to all of these different bungalows. That's where I would love to just like sit and read. I'm not one for like a beach vacation, but in the middle of the water in a hut with a comfy bed, that sounds great. And then dream job, anything to do with books. As you can tell, I love books and reading, and I think it would be awesome to work at a library or work at a bookshop, own a bookshop, something along those lines. Be an editor, maybe even. None of those things are probably in the cards for me, but that's okay because I get to do this and read and share about books with you guys in this way. That was the last question in the personal category. So now we are going to jump into bookish questions. The first is pretty easy. Well, maybe not easy, but the question itself is easy. What do you prefer, physical, ebook, or audiobook? And I really love them all. A physical book, it's just so great to hold a book tangibly in your hands and like see the progress, flip the pages, feel the pages in between your fingers. So I love that. I've really actually gotten into reading ebooks recently. I love my Kindle, and I'm finding it so fun to just like, you know, tap the page and go to, or tap the screen and go to the next page. I'm really enjoying that. I feel like I can read faster on a Kindle. You can make the font any size that you want. You can dim the screen. So I'm really enjoying that mode of reading. But then I also could not survive without audiobooks. So my answer is all three. If you made me choose one, I guess I'd stick with the tried and true and choose physical. But I'd really miss ebooks or audiobooks. So my answer is all three. Next question. Do you have a favorite book from your childhood? Yes. Two series that stick out to me are the Junie B. Jones books by Barbara Park. Those are probably the first books I ever read on my own, and they were just so funny and a great intro to reading for a young reader. And so those were my favorites, probably in like lower elementary school. And then I loved the Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. What a great fantasy story for a young reader and even for adults. But yeah, those are the two that are maybe sticking out. I also really loved, like, I'm trying to think, Dragon Rider, I think was one of the books, and Magic, it was a series, Inkheart, The Thief Lord. Things are coming back to me. I'm really loving those. And of course, I loved the Harry Potter series as well. That wasn't one, so I didn't really answer your question. But then another question along the same lines. What is your all-time favorite book? I can't answer that. I guess if you would ask me this for like my most recent reading, like when I've started BookTube and everything, I think I would say Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Just a phenomenal story, and I loved those characters so much. But like all-time favorite, one that I've read multiple times, I guess the Harry Potter series. I don't know, that's hard. I can't choose just one because I read so many books and have consumed so many great stories. So I don't know. I've never done like a best books of all time video, but I've thought about it, and I just love a story that can draw me in, that has great characters and a wonderful story that expands a whole lifetime or long period of time at least. So those kind of books are my all-time favorites. Sorry, I'm terrible at choosing just one thing. Okay, next question. How are you able to manage your time between reading books, looking after your toddlers, and your job? I just really fit it in anytime I can. Reading books, that is. I don't mind sitting and playing with my kids and having a book out. I actually encourage that, because then my kids see that I'm reading and that I love to read, and then that would hopefully encourage them to read and pick up a book. I listen to audiobooks quite frequently. If there is something I'm doing at my job that doesn't take a lot of brain power, I can usually stick in a headphone and listen to a book. Yeah, I don't know. I fit it in when I can, and I read super late into the evening usually after my kids are asleep, so I just make it work because it is literally my favorite hobby, and I'm not going to not read. So hope that answers that question. Next question, what are your go-to must-have bookish accessories? I love a bookmark. Lately, I've really loved having tassels on my bookmark so that they kind of like stick out the top. I think it's fun to hold a book with a tassel sticking out of it. Let's see. I have recently enjoyed a book sleeve because I carry my books around with me anywhere I go, and so love a good book sleeve. Let's see, what are my other accessories? My pop socket on my Kindle, that really helps holding my Kindle. My reading journal is really important to my reading in general. So does that count as a bookish accessory? I don't know. I think, yeah, that's maybe it. That's a hard question. I don't need, like, I'm not a big tabber or highlighter, so I don't need that. But I definitely always need a bookmark and something to carry my books in. Next question, how do you pick your vacation or beach reads? And then they specifically asked from your monthly TBR, or is it a mood thing? I just bring whatever book is on the docket next. So I don't necessarily pick a book based on where I'm going or the mood that I'm feeling. I kind of just go with my TBR stack and bring those books along. I guess sometimes, like I'm thinking of my most recent trip to Chicago with my husband. He had a conference and I got to go along and basically just read. And I did pick some Christmas books, I guess, to bring along, or like wintry books. But then mostly I picked books from my TBR and brought those along. So I'm one who likes a TBR. Obviously, you know that if you are one to watch my channel, because I have my TBR game. But I just find that if I have a smaller selection of books, it makes choosing books a little bit easier. So that's me. The next couple of questions, someone asked about specific authors that I've read, if I've read from them. So they asked if I've read any Atul Gand, and I have not, but they said that he has good nonfiction books, and I looked him up, and I saw that one of his books is actually on my want to read list on Goodreads. It's Being Mortal by Atul Gand, and I'd love to pick that up, but otherwise, no, I have not read any books by him. And then another question, have you read any Barbara Kingsolver? Yes, I've read The Poisonwood Bible, and I have read Flight Behavior. I think that might be the only two I've read by her. I'm not the biggest lover of The Poisonwood Bible. I think on Goodreads I gave it 4 stars, but that's because I felt like I needed to, because people love that book so much. I think it's more of a 3, or maybe even 2.5. But I did really enjoy Flight Behavior. That is one that I don't think a lot of people know about, but it is about the migration of the monarch butterfly, and I really liked it. So I think I gave that one 4 stars. I liked that. I am interested in trying more of her books. I think I have The Bean Trees on my shelves by her, and that might be it. I'm a little bit leery picking up more by her just because I had such a bad taste in my mouth from The Poisonwood Bible. So that's my thoughts on Barbara Kingsolver. All right, now we are on to the YouTube questions. The first is, what is the biggest thing you have learned about being a content creator that you didn't know in the beginning that you know now at 2,000 subscribers? What didn't I know when I started my channel that I know now? Should have thought about these questions before I started filming. I think I didn't realize the impact you viewers could have on me. I love when people comment and I get to have conversations with people in the comments. I love connecting with people on different platforms, Instagram. So I love that aspect of it. I wasn't really thinking about the community when I went into it, and now I love it. I buddy read with other content creators. I have reading sprints with other YouTubers, and so I didn't realize that I was going to have that coming in. I more so just wanted to share about books, but I really love that aspect of this platform. And then another thing, like, I knew this, but I didn't realize how much it would matter, that you get out of YouTube what you put into it. And so if you want to find that community, you can't just hope that it comes to you. You need to find other creators and watch their videos and comment and like. And if you're asking people to do that for you, you need to make sure you do it for others. And so I didn't realize kind of like how much of my life it would take over, but I love it so much. Like, I love watching certain YouTubers, booktubers, and interacting with them in ways. And I guess I didn't realize how much of my, not that it like overruns my life, but I didn't realize like how much I'd want to watch other content similar to mine, because it would eventually help mine too, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but yeah, you get out of it what you put into it. If you're going to just haphazardly post, you might not get the following that you're hoping for, and so if you stick to a schedule, that's really good and important. Yeah, so I don't know, I wanted to start this channel for documenting my life and the books that I read, because that's me. I'm a bookish gal, and I love to share, not only for others, but just for me and my family too, like to be able to look back on some fun memories of our family as we grow. So yeah, I don't know. I'm getting rambly here. Okay, next question. Do people in your real life know you have a YouTube, and what are their thoughts? Yes and no. Most of my family know that I have a YouTube. My mom loves watching my YouTube. Hello, mother. And yeah, I would say immediate and extended family know that I have a YouTube channel. Most of my friends know, like coworkers kind of know. Every once in a while when I start talking about books with people and they don't know I have a channel, I kind of throw it out there like, you do know I talk about books on YouTube, and they're like, what? And so it's not something I hide from people, but it is like a little embarrassing. I don't know, that I have this online presence that maybe people don't know about. But I would say the majority, yes, people know about it. And it's not that I like hide it from people. So if it ever comes up, I will share about it with people in my real life. But yeah, that's that. Next question. Is it hard to juggle family time and YouTube time? Yes. Especially because the time I would love to film with like great lighting and cool backgrounds is in the daytime, and I cannot film very easily with my children around. So that's difficult. I find that I'm filming late into the evening, like I am tonight, almost at 10 o'clock. And but I definitely make family my priority. I try to respect my husband and my kids if they don't want to be filmed for a vlog, or like I don't want to show anything that my kids would be embarrassed about in the future, and so I try to respect them in that way. But definitely, if I need to prioritize, it's family time over YouTube time, 100%. And I just try to fit YouTube in whenever I can. And the last question, Molly, you just wanted to see more of my reading journal and any tips I might have. Sure, I'll show more of my reading journal if I can in like vlogs maybe or something, but my biggest tip is like, don't overthink it. Go into it and create spreads in your reading journal that you want and that you will utilize. You don't need to make it fancy. You can add some pops of color, you can do stickers, stamps, whatever makes it appealing to you, and in a way that you'll actually use it. Because if you overdo it and then never use a certain page, it's a waste of your time. So do something that will work for you. And yeah, my biggest tip is to just start, and you will create something. And if it works for you, wonderful. And if it doesn't work for you, you can recreate it and make it better for you. That's the one thing I love about bullet journaling, is there's no one way to do it. You can do it so that it fits however you want it to. Okay, and I'll show more of it in my daily life, maybe. Okay, those are the questions I have, but for you lucky people who have stayed to the end of this video, I am going to do a giveaway. I have done this for my 500 subscriber Q&A, and I did it for my 1K Q&A, and I might as well do it for 2K too. I just really appreciate all of you for tuning into my little corner of the internet, and I want to give that back in any way that I can. So to enter my giveaway, all you need to do is comment down below and make sure you include the yellow heart emoji in your comment in some capacity. It can just be the yellow heart emoji, that's fine, or if you want to leave me a message with the yellow heart emoji, that'd be great. Yellow is my favorite color, and let's just spread the love in that way. I will choose a winner in like a week maybe, and I will post it on my community tab. I think that you can tag people in your community tab, so make sure that you're subscribed and you see my community posts. That way you will see if you are the winner, and then I'll have you contact me through email. So yeah, the giveaway, comment down below a yellow heart emoji, and the prize will be a book of your choice that I can send you via Amazon. If you have any questions about the giveaway, I will make sure to put more information in the description box down below. Again, I want to thank you so much for being here. Like this video on your way out. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you do so that you can see more bookish and bullet journaling content from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!